No doubt when we look in our lives, in reference to every one of us in here, if we evaluate our lives and be thorough in doing so, you'll find that even in your life, there are things that you need to stop doing. I say, I don't care how long you've been in the church, how many scriptures you can quote. If you will, again, be thorough and looking at yourself in every aspect of your life, I guarantee you can find some things that you need to stop doing. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 13 and 11 that when I became a man, I put away childish things. In order to grow up, you have to put away things or you have to stop doing certain things. We are quiet this morning. I say anytime a person is going to go from one level of maturity to the next level of maturity, he or she will have to put away certain things that they no longer need to continue doing. And again, I'm going to say it no matter how you look at me, in every one of our lives, there are things that we need to stop doing. Some of us, it's so imperative that you stop doing certain things that if you continue to do them, you are going to ruin your life. You need to stop doing certain things. Oh, it's too quiet. I wanted to move on. When it comes to some of us, we need to stop hanging with certain people. You need to stop hanging around certain people. You need to stop talking to certain people. Yes, you do. That's what's messing up your mind, got your spirit all messed up because of who you've been choosing to talk to, and you are grown. You are an adult. If you don't want to talk to them, all you got to do is cease doing it. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Some of us, we need to stop going to certain places. Because every time you go to certain places, you change for the worse. You change for the worse. And you need to stop going over there. Oh, God, even if over there is your kinfolk house, you need to stop going over there. Because every time you go over there, it ain't nothing but mess going on. It ain't nothing but trash being talked. You need to stay often over there. Oh, I wish you high-five somebody and shout, show he right. Some of us need to stop doing certain things. I know it's your private home. I know it's your TV. I know you own the remote control. But some of us need to stop watching certain things. You need to grow up and... Oh, Lord, have mercy. It's quiet in the house. It's quiet because most of the time we are so accustomed to evaluating what folk around us need to stop doing that we have yet to look at what we need to stop doing. Yes, you do. You can tell me several things that so-and-so need to stop doing, but you cannot name 3 things that you should have stopped doing last year. Oh, God. You are too old for that. You need to grow up. You need to put that away. You are too old to be pouting the way that you pout. You are too old to be just sitting there having a pity party talking about won't nobody hire you. God will tell your neighbor if it be true. We need to stop doing certain things. And that's maturity. I said that's maturity. When you can look at yourself and know, I need to stop this. I've been doing this too long. Lord, it's time for me to put this away. And in reference to things that I'm talking about, it ain't time for you to pray about those things. Because certain things, when God speaks, you put it away. He didn't tell you to pray about it. He said, put it away. Stop doing that. Good God, you know it's something when God got to talk to his folk like little children. Stop that. Stop doing that. And in this house, there are things we need to stop doing. Before I move on, don't miss it. I said we. I said we. Because there are things that I need to stop doing. Yes, I do. But in order to see it, to know it, to understand it, I've got to be thorough again in looking at things that I'm doing. If you really want to prosper, stop doing things that keep you broke. Just stop. I said just stop. If you really want your marriage to work, stop mistreating your spouse. Just stop it. Stop talking to him or her in a way that's not good. Just stop it. Come on. If you really want to succeed at school, get your degree, you got to just stop being idle, sitting around doing nothing. Because successful folks are not successful from doing nothing. You have to learn what it is you need to be doing and what you don't need to be doing. That's only for folk that's serious. Looking at your life right now, and no doubt God dealing with some of us about things that we simply need to stop doing that because we are too old for it. How many received that on this morning? Good God, give him a hand praise if you receive it. It was tough, but if you receive it, just give him praise. Just give him praise. I'm done complaining, Pastor. You're right. I need to just stop it. I need to just stop looking at bad in everything. But there are also some things that we never need to stop doing. And Paul mentions one in 1 Thessalonians 5:17 when he tells the church to without ceasing. When it comes to prayer, we never need to cease or quit talking to God. The Greek word that Paul uses is prosoukima, which simply means to talk to God. You don't need to quit talking to God. You are being challenged. You are going through trials, but don't stop talking to God. Don't stop asking God how to handle this. Don't stop asking God, which way should I go? Don't stop asking God, give me wisdom that I can do the right thing. Don't stop talking to, oh God, I wish you would tell twofold, don't stop talking to God. Good God, I wish I had some preachers in here to shout to another person and tell him or her, whatever you do, don't stop talking to God. Pastor, I'm going through something. Don't stop talking to God. The Greek word he uses is the antithesis of casual talk or small talk. Because understand, casual talk, small talk, or chit chat is something you can do with a stranger. Y'all gonna let me teach this thing? When it come to small talk, you can small talk with anybody. Let me break it down. You don't even have to know a person to have a conversation with them about that which is, again, you just chit-chatting. You just small talking. You can just say to a person you don't even know, we're getting a whole lot of rain lately. Really been raining. And that person's going to say, you know, you're right. I was telling so-and-so that the other day. It has really been raining. Yeah, it has. And then they go their way and you go your way. That was just what? Casual talk. You ever did it when you were standing in line waiting to pay for something? Maybe you the 6th or 7th person, so you knew you weren't up next. Person standing right there, and all of a sudden you just opened up a conversation. But it was just casual. Am I right? May just be standing in the line at Walmart, waiting to pay for something. All of a sudden you tell a person, hey, they got that new Popeyes open. They finally done opened it up. For real? I didn't know. I've been waiting for them there. Yeah, they opened. Matter of fact, I think it's been about 2 weeks ago. And that person liable to tell you, say, yeah, you know, I like Popeyes. I love their chicken fingers. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't doing nothing but making small talk. But the word he uses when he says talk to God, this is not casual talk. Because he says here, when he talks about prayer, that you need to talk to God about 3 things. Number 1, talk to God about the issues in your life. Discuss with God the issues you're dealing with. Talk to God about the problems that you are facing. Talk to God about the things that are difficult in your life. Because how many would be honest? We don't just go up to a stranger. We don't just talk to anybody about what we go through. You don't just share with anybody your important business of how you going through certain issues. Not if you in your right mind. You will not just walk up to a person and tell them something that is tough in your life that you really don't want everybody to know about. But see, this morning I got the charge to tell God's people that when it come to issues, when it come to problems, when it come to difficulty, you got to take that stuff to God. That's the kind of stuff you got to talk to God about it before you blow up about it. You got to talk to God about it before you just lose your mind. Come on, somebody, because all of us are dealing with some issues, some problems, and some difficulties. Sad thing in the church is that people will talk to somebody, another person, for hours about their issues, about their problems and their difficulty, even though the person can't do one thing to help you with that issue, can't do one thing to relieve you of that problem, can't do one thing to deliver you out of that trouble, yet you stay on the phone till your phone get hot, talking to them about something that they can't even help you with. You've been on there so long, you got to lay it down and put it on the speaker because it's warming up your cheek, and yet when the conversation ends, they can't do one thing about your problem. I'm going to preach it whether y'all want me to or not. Some of you tell your business to too many people that can't help you with it. And that's the reason some of us find ourselves acting out of character, going through and done got sick and tired of going through, ain't got nobody to talk to, don't have nobody that you can have a conversation with and feel relief, feel like you got some help, feel like you got some backup. Oh, preach it, Pastor. There are certain things when I get to going through it, I need some backup. I need some reinforcement. If we coming out of this, it's got to be by the power of God. We got to have some reinforcement to pull us out of this. Some of you are going through things that folk can hook a truck up to you and it won't be able to pull you out. I'm talking about an F-150, 250, and 350. It ain't going to be powerful enough to pull you out of there. And yeah, I got your Chevrolet too. I got your Denali too. I got your Dodge Ram with the Hemi too. You can hook it up, but it can't pull you out of there. Some of us going through stuff that is going to take God to pull you out of that.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Newnan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Newnan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252 3855 and reference the order number on the screen.